Alright, I think we should just start. Let's get this underway. Um, Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to OpenTTD Extreme Edition Experimental Mode. Um, I... Let's see. How do I explain what's going on here? Let me, real quick, I'm going to start the other OpenTTD server, which if you aren't in the Discord, um, if you aren't in the Discord, it is a server in the Discord. There's a link to that in the thing. Slightly less industries, slightly more commodities. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to be jumping into a map here. And I'm going to be unpausing it. I'm going to be unpausing the server. There we go. Okay, so yeah. We are going to be jumping into a map of Central California and Nevada with a preset that I have dubbed, hold on, Horseman Extreme Experiment, which is supposed to be very hard. And everything I've checked, everything I've done with it so far indicates that it is very hard. I'll go over some of the changes, but yeah, sorry, my mind's clouded because I'm also starting the server at the same time. I should have done that like an hour earlier, so that if there were any issues, they could have been sorted out. But I wanted to get this underway. I wanted to get that underway. I apologize for having this be a little bit of a fumbly start, but hopefully if anyone is following along on a VOD, they'll just skip ahead a couple minutes and get to the meat of this. But we're going to be playing on a height map, like I said, in California. Holy crap! The plane crashed. I've always wondered if the planes could crash in the title screen. I was wondering if, like, the town would start building in the title screen, etc., etc. I've thought about leaving it up for a while to see if anything changes. But that's really funny. I've never seen that happen before. But yeah, this is the spiritual precursor, I guess, as it were. This is the precursor to locomotion. So if you wanted to, if you wanted to watch me play locomotion, this is the closest thing you're gonna get. So we're gonna load up this Cali 2 preset. Our highest peak is 45, which is about 1.5 times as high as the Housatonic map that we did for the first modded server we did. We also have a day length factor of 10, which means that the game's going about 1/10 speed. Okay, this is actually a good time for me to collect my thoughts and explain to you what the hell's going on here. Aside from the server, which is running, I'm not going to be playing on that. I'm going to be doing this instead. So, this is Horseman Extreme Experimental. These are our game resource files. We have Axis as our industry set, which is probably the best industry set out there right now, in my opinion. It is very complicated, it's very detailed, but none of the commodities are worth, like, peanuts, so you can still make money. Furs and ship-style objects, because, unlike furs, Axis does not come with objects that allow you to expand the industries or what they look like. They don't actually make the industries bigger, but they make them look bigger. Hi, Mopac. Oh, let me slide this window over so I can see the whole chat. It's a holiday, so I'm here. I'm also going to be doing this every day for 2 weeks, but that's unimportant. New England town name, self-explanatory. North American building set, which adds some nice looking buildings for like the mid-game that are not destroyable, which adds a sort of like, you gotta get your land planned uh, for where you're going to put your Union Station, and once it's there, it's there. Passenger mail payment control, which actually I think I set for them both back to 100 because I made the game so hard. American interurban set, which Tyler wanted. Unspooled, which adds different kinds of road and tram track. Aviate aircraft set, that's self-explanatory. The track set, which adds track. Oh, there is one more thing I wanted to change here, which is to turn this back down. There we go. We're going to save that as experimental. Which adds various different track types, different speeds. I've tailored that to the game here. The NARS add-on set, this is American Steam, or American Locomotives. American Steam, American Bridges. These are Shark. Shark is boats. The North American Railway set, which is like the base for this thing. The Passenger mod, which is another follow-on to the North American Railway set. U.S. stations. Useless tracks, which adds planning tracks and track beds. Oh, let me add another rule here. Abandoned lines should always be set to lifted track lines that have been used always be turned into lifted track. I'll get to the rules in a second. Australian stations, ship stations, Australian waypoints, these are just like eye candy things. North American signals, cargo trams and passenger trams, road vehicles, the base cost mod, which is a big deal, and the other road vehicle set, which goes with the trains. So this is the changes that I've made. A lot of things are more expensive. This says quarter, but it's really more like double because of the North American track set. Bridge tiles, rail depot, road depots, these things are more expensive on purpose. Build dock is substantially more expensive. Clear grass is less expensive because it was bugging out. Raise and lower land is substantially more expensive. Clearing water is substantially more expensive. Steam engine running costs are doubled. Funding industries is 8 times as expensive. There are some other things that have been adjusted up or down. Rail maintenance, this is just to make it right, to make it work properly, because there was a mod conflict. It's not actually 1/8 of what you guys are used to. If you are watching this and you're familiar with the server, building airports is more expensive. Ship purchase is more expensive. But yeah, the biggest one is that steam running costs are double, so you really have to be careful. And of course the terrain. So you can't just build large earthworks with impunity. That's the idea here. Now, I also made some rules that matter to make the game more challenging for myself on top of it, and also more helpful, just rules to play by. Number 1 is all vehicles must be in named groups and have scheduled service. So I need to put them in a group, I need to name that group so I know what they are, so that I can template replace them in the future. And they also need to have a service point in their schedule to make sure they don't forget to do that. Number 2 is all pieces of the steam station must be connected at least by road. So either by objects that I place down, station pieces, roads. I can't have a disconnected piece of station, which this includes passenger stations, but I'm not sure how hard I want to play that, because usually I put in a passenger station that's like near the main station but connected to it according to the game. And yeah, that's an interesting one. I will have to decide on that later. All generated rivers and roads must remain contiguous. So this is like a Transport Fever thing. You've got to have your main connections. And if I am deleting parts of a river, I need to reconnect it with at least things that look like culverts. Because there are waypoints that look like culverts, I think. Or stations that do. Or bridges, and canals to connect them. First priority is always satisfying goals or subsidies, fulfilling them as quickly as possible. So we have a game script that gives us goals. I set it to 8 instead of 4. so that we get more of them. I feel like that is a little bit of a balance thing. And the goal is to have all goals satisfied automatically by the end of 2050. So we need to survive to 2050, first of all. And second of all, we need to make sure that all of the goals are being satisfied when that happens, when it rolls over to 2050. The sixth, which I just wrote down, is abandoned lines that have been used should always be turned into lifted track. So, with all that out of the way, like I said, we have a height map of Central California and Nevada. And we have a day length factor of 10, so this will be going slower than normal OpenTTD. I will leave it running on my computer at all times, and I will be streaming this periodically as I sit down to play it. So that means we'll do a stream today where we'll start the game, and it'll be running at normal speed until tomorrow, where I will do another stream and sort of catch up with the game. I mean, I won't be playing if I'm not streaming. This will be a challenge for me as a human being, as well as a challenge for me as a player of games. There may be some days without streams. Assume that it's because I didn't get to play, but the time will be progressing. If we go bankrupt during this, or if I bail out, I will be picking up a new game, basically in whatever year it was that we went bankrupt. I was tempted to turn on AI for this. Oh, let me make sure that I didn't. AI settings. Okay, I was tempted to turn on AI for this, but they really just get in the way. They don't know how to handle the 10 times day length speed. I also made road vehicles and roads less expensive. Anyway, let's get into this. Snow coverage 20%, map size 1024 by 1024, which is the same size as the server. Height map rotation counterclockwise, so north is going to be directly up. New English town names, January 1st, 1850. Highest peak is 45, which, like I said, is actually quite high. Let's see what this looks like. It probably won't be able to generate 1 or 2 industries. Hopefully it's just 1. Every test I did of this so far was unable to generate a bulk terminal. Or no, fluids terminal. No, bulk terminal. That's okay. I think it's just going to make things a little bit harder. So this is California Central Valley. This is the Pacific Ocean. There's nothing out there, which means that the map is a little bit smaller. About a third of it is water, but that's okay. San Francisco over here. These should be connected, but they aren't. And yeah, this up here. I mean, they definitely could have found a place for a bulk terminal. Maybe one will open. We got a fluids terminal at least. But you're seeing all these different industries here. Let me open the map and show you what the different industries are. Actually, before I do that, we need to start making money. So I'm going to unpause the game. It's going to give us our goals here, which are also going to show up here. Oh, I'm pink. Hold on. Company name, the Iron Horseman. Sure, we'll keep this company face. Why not? Oh, wait. President name is over here. Uncle Jerry. We can see all these goals later. And let's do color scheme. Let's do gray. And true Iron Horseman fashion, gray and white. So, we've got a passenger one. Unfortunately, this town is kind of in the middle of nowhere. But we're going to have to work on this. We have a year to get these done. Get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. We'll look through them over here. So, 3,000 tons of fish and meat to the Lee grocery store. Which Lee, one of the industries, is a grocery store, which is hiding back here, I think. Hold on. Let me, transparency options, hide this. No, it's right there. Okay. There's the grocery store. It needs fish and meat, which you can get from, like, down here. This is 71 tons of fish and meat. That is not a lot. Probably going to want to do that with a truck or two. 3,000 crates of farm supplies to Brunswick Fish Farm, which is here. Is there an easy way to get farm supplies near here? Because the answer could be no. Oh, right here. I'm sorry about the flashbacks. We can do that by boat. Do that by boat. Just put this over here. Passengers to Padamski. Yep, not sure we can do that. Bauxite to this alumina refinery, which we'd need to check on that. But let's get some other things flowing first. So let's do this one first, because this I think is very doable with a boat. And it should make some good money. I don't think I made boat running costs more expensive. Oh wait, maybe I did. Maybe I did. Maybe I made boat running costs more expensive. I thought about that. I know I thought about it. I'm going to put it over there. It costs 22 grand. And I'm going to put this over here. We also need a place to buy the boats. So I'll put it over here. Once again, kind of expensive. That's on purpose. Yeah, so running cost is 57,000. It costs 16,000 to make. But this requires food and goods. We probably are going to want a buoy in here. And I'm going to rename it. I'm going to call it Machias Strait. And so we're going to make this refitted for farm supplies. Farm supplies, farm supplies, farm supplies, right there. Now this makes 160 crates a month, which is pretty substantial. We might need more than one. So we're going to do this. We're going to route you through the strait and over to Brunswick. Oh, you know what? I didn't even need that dock. I didn't need that dock. I can send it right to the seafood place. Alright, I think I'm going to delete that dock just to save on the maintenance costs of it. So that's some money down the drain, but at least it won't be costing us more. Like just straight. And then, if you need maintenance, you're going to go to here. Actually, you're going to go there no matter what. You're always going to go there. Full load any cargo, and then I can let you go. Oh, but we're missing one thing. We need to put this guy in a group. So we will put this in, what are we going to call this? We're going to call this Brunswick Farm Supplies, I guess. Oh, it names it. It names it. We don't need to name it. But I'm going to rename it because I don't... yeah, we'll just call it Brunswick Farm Supplies. What do you know? Our first boat has arrived. So you should fill up and then head over there. I'll actually keep an eye on you and an eye on this. So that's one goal that's going to be satisfied. This one I don't know is possible. This one we need to figure out. So this needs bauxite, which comes from a bauxite quarry or a chloralkali. Sorry, no, it only comes from a bauxite quarry. I can click on this display chain, and then I can click on the commodity itself, and it'll show me this. And then I can do link to minimap, and it'll show me on the minimap, which it's showing me, and I see that there is a bauxite mine up here. Now, I don't know. This is it right here? Yeah, that's going to be tough. This produces 220 tons of bauxite, though, which is not anything to shake a stick at. We might want to spring for that. We might want to actually attempt that. I'm wondering if there's anything else we can do beforehand that would be a little bit easier. Because, let's see, that's a copper smelter. This is an alumina refinery. I'm also going to hide the trees altogether. And I know the screen's getting very cluttered. Your guys are just going to have to get used to that. I've been getting used to that. Hide the trees. So we can probably run a train across this river, across this road, through this little gap. Actually, up this way would probably be the easiest way to do it. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bridges. That's a lot. 6 bridges, actually. Well, actually, we could probably put the station over here. Yes, my love. Honey mustard, please. Yeah, okay, we're gonna give this a shot. I think we're gonna give this a shot. This is gonna be a hell of a thing to start off with, and so in order to get ready for this, this is gonna make us money, I hope. We're gonna max out our loan. So we'll see if we can actually build this and if it'll work. It might not be viable. The train itself, it might be too expensive to run. The track is so expensive because there was some rough ground there. What do you mean? The red candle is on the shelf with the other candles. Absolutely. Okay, that's another 8 grand. Yeah, so this is all about. Notice that we're kind of high up, so these patches of rough ground, they're gonna be pretty common. Because that's another thing. So that's gonna be $6,500. Um, the thing that I've sort of learned with building track in this game over long distances is that do the things you know. Like, I know that I'm going to be building through here, and then just sort of tie it in, then build the intermediate bits. Alright, so we need to get further south before we get stuck behind this mountain range. But also, we need to be building in this direction. And yeah, this is very expensive because we're so high up. I probably shouldn't have turned that up as much as I did. The thing that I didn't turn up was the cost of foundations. So we can do this for not an absurd amount of money. Yes, it's on the porch. But we need to get over this hill. This is seriously difficult, honestly. That's going to cost 8 grand, but let's do it. That's going to cost another 8 grand. So that's 16,000 down the drain just to build that cut. This is going out on an effing limb, I'll tell you what. Hopefully the infrastructure cost on this is not too outrageous because this is going to cost a lot. I need to get down. I need to get down and boogie. Or maybe I don't need to get down yet. Maybe I can just go down and then maybe I can come across the back end of this river. Oops. Yeah, and then, because I need to get across here, and that would spare me a bridge. I just can't get down on this side. Or I could go straight through here and then down and then down. Actually, that might be a much smarter thing to do. Oh, ooh. That's going to be tough for the train, though. Unless I do this. Nope. I should be using planning track. It would cost me a lot less. Let's go like this. And then down. Alright, we'll leave that for later, I guess. We'll delete that later. So the cost to build a regular tile is 500. The cost to build some foundation is about twice that. But it avoids most of the rough ground. This is really just me seeing if this game mode is possible, but I'm already stretching, like, my own ability as a player of OpenTTD. Also, man, Sunderland is small. Okay. Oh, no. Yeah, again, I really should be building this with planning track, because if I don't, it's just going to cost me ever more money. And we're going to need to sneak along this edge here instead of going down. Yeah, see? This way, if I screw up, it doesn't cost me as much. Yeah, no, I'm not going to be blasting through the mountain. I already spent like $100,000 on this. Blasting through the mountain is not an option anymore. Not even close to being an option anymore. And you know what? I think we're all going to be better for it. If anybody ever votes on this because they hate themselves as much as I hate myself. Okay, put it on the list. Let's do this. And we don't want to run into that. I think I underestimated the number of bridges I'm going to need, first of all. Yeah, look how easy it is to build down here. Well, actually, there's still some rough patches down there. What's up with this? This completely flat area devoid of everything. Sunderland hates me, which... that sucks to be them, I guess. So we're going to want to cross the river right here, I think. I'm going to avoid the rough ground as best I can. There. And the boat has almost arrived. This I think we're just going to have to complete regularly. We're just going to have to do this. Alright, and now we are connected except for the bridges. We spent an absurd amount of money on this. There we go. Let's build some bridges. Now we're going to run this... So it's kind of silly the stone bridge is more expensive, is less expensive than the covered bridge, but I assume it's because of like the introduction dates. Like this comes in later as like a woohoo, you can build covered bridges. But there isn't really much of a sense for me to build something that isn't the covered bridge at this point in time. Covered bridge, covered bridge, covered bridge, and there. Oops, there. Can't build on water. Okay, so now we have what is ostensibly a rail connection. Okay, we're going to need another one of these boats, I think. Also, this is $2 grand in cost to run the thing. Clone that. Go. Because these only carry like 75. And get rid of that and that. Okay. So, now that it's connected, I can upgrade this. Also, how much did that just make? It made about 10 grand, and 2 of that went to running cost, and about 4 of it is going to go to running cost overall. Because it's got to do the return trip. I should probably make use of that instead of doing this. But, oh well. How much is this going to cost us? Is that it? Are we connected? No, because this bridge is... There we go. And then this. We have 270,000 left. We have gone for broke already. And if this train doesn't make money, we have to shut it down immediately until we have a way to make money off of it. Let's do some... This is going to be like a bauxite unloader. So we can just do very basic... like so. And then this is going to be a bauxite loader. So we can actually do something a little bit interesting here. Which is use a coal loader bin. Load from northwest and northeast directions. So there. Yup. Alright. And that. And I think I'm also going to do... This is going to be stupid because it's going to cost me extra money. Conveyor belt to coal loader. Or Which one is this? We need this one. There we go. That'll look a little bit better. I don't know. I'm doing things for aesthetics, which is very dumb. Hello, Master Badger. Alright, and we are going to buy... Let's see, I mean... This is a substantial difference between these two locomotives. But the thing is, I've got to muscle this train. Like, if we were just on the flats, I would go for the Norris. But I think we have to spend the money on the American to get the train up this. Which I'm not even sure if it will be able to make, but we'll do it. Buy the locomotive. This thing produces, what, 248 tons of bauxite a month. That's actually fairly substantial. So we probably want this to run maybe once a month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 200 and something tons of bauxite. Hey, TJ. 220 tons. Oh, shucks. Need to give it orders. That would be good. Here. And then you come back here and you do the thing. So, full load any cargo. Go. Alright, so that's two things. See, this one's 1% done, and then we'll get a nice fat bonus of $284,000, which will be very, very nice. I overbuilt my stations also. 41 tons of grain to Webster Sugar Refinery. This is almost not worth even bothering with. First of all, there's no farms nearby. The closest one is over here, which is 139 tons of grain, which is not very much. Ooh, we have a cheap... This could be good, though. Lime kiln, limestone to here, which requires limestone and petroleum fuels. That's a thought. Coal to Waterville coke oven. Okay, so this is in the valley. This is where we should have started. There's a coal mine right here, and your coke oven is right here. There are two coal mines, actually, which both produce a pretty good amount. This is the thing with it. There's 4 coal mines. We've got 4 of them. These might be every single coal mine on the map is right here. Only problem with this one is it's in the middle of this field, but we could probably build a station here. Let's see. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, we can't quite reach it. Yeah, 220. Don't need that. I've got like wood all over my hands. I don't want you guys to watch me eat this sandwich. But yeah, the valley is easy mode. We decided to go nuts out here. Where is it? I've lost it. Oh, we should probably keep an eye on this train also. Like, it's very important that we keep an eye on this train. Not this. So, the one with the coke oven is probably... Alright, let me... Don't want to pay the thing. Ooh, coal to the power plant also. Ooh, that's on the river. Or on the water here. Is there a coal mine close enough to the water that I could ship by boat? Because that would be fairly cheap. Almost, if you got this guy. You just need to hollow this out a little bit, but that would be very expensive. And then you need to add a dock over here for him. It would be possible, though. I think that's what I'm going to do in the end. I just need some money to do it. Oh, this guy needs to be in a, thing. And we will rename it... Can you... Oh, I can't click on that. I can just do this. Far bauxite. We're going to call it far bauxite. It's 27% full. So, alright, but we've got 11 months to sort all these out. We cannot be engineering supplies to here, that's not happening. I'm gonna be real here. That's not happening. Unless, holy crap, it can be happening. This is the pyrite mine. This is the thing. This would be insane, though. I don't even know if we'd be able to make money off of that, or even if it would be possible to do. Because to get stuff out of this lake here and hoof it up the mountain here, let's look at this. Look at this. Look at this. We'll do this with planning track, so if we accidentally click, it doesn't spend too much money. This is an increase in height of 2,100 feet. That is a climb. But it still might be possible. It might also be possible with, like, a truck. That's an ask. Oops, I deleted the... Close out the thing. But coal to the coke oven, that's very doable. Coal to the power plant, that's very doable. Should probably work on these two. I'm making a recipe from a work in progress episode of the show I work on, and I didn't think to watch the episode and write down the recipe before going to the store, so now I have to go back after work. Oh, you have to work today, that blows. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Look at, we got a pyrite mine, an iron ore mine, and another pyrite mine, and this coal mine, and they're all right on top of one another. Do we want to try to do the interesting thing, or the easy thing? Because the easy thing, the coke oven, honestly, I could build a road. But these things, they make quite a bit. They make quite a bit. I don't think a road vehicle is the smart choice here. This is going to need to get in the farm field, or at least go around the side. Which would be far less expensive than going through the farm field, I think. This one has 2 bridges. This one has 2 bridges. Or 1 bridge if I really sneak it through here. Which might actually be the smart thing to do. Yeah, let's do that. Because then we can... Yeah, absolutely, let's do that. Because we can do double duty on this thing. And in fact, if I'm very smart about it, we can stop looking at that for now. Those guys are making money, we know that. If I'm smart about it, I have 146k to make this happen. I don't know if I can do that. Let's look at the train stations. So here, if I make a long platform, if I make it 8 tiles long, we can hit both industries. That might be smart. I cannot answer that right now. But actually what we're going to do is this. So let's make this a... you know... Yeah, okay, so we'll use one of... Where are they? Where are these kinds of stations? The coal loading platform. I actually want it to be 4... Whoa, no. Let's see. Let's do it 4 tiles long. Right here. How much is this going to cost? 3 grand. Okay, that's not too bad. And then what I want to do is I want to build a conveyor belt. I love you too. That's 3 tiles long. Into a mineshaft tower. Can't build a railroad station here. Oh, it's these are 3 tiles long. This should have both of them in the coverage area. It does. Okay, cool. That's a start. Now I need to get this to the VUT. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna be doing double duty with this train. Let's sneak it around the backside of this chloralkali plant, which, thank goodness there's an accessible one, because last test of this, let's not go through the middle of the rough ground. What you doing, baby? Ah. There we go. And I accidentally... that. Ooh, I got $4 back. Let's do that, and then this, and then let's hide everything. It's just easiest to hide everything. And then we will do a... I kind of want one of these platforms that I need some sort of loader. Actually, I think I can do this with the chip style stations. Where are they? Chip stations. Because they have... Where is it? Where is it? One of my favorite things. This. Or this, actually. Oh, I can't do that yet. Why not? I don't know why I can't do that. But that... and... that. Or, well, I wanted it to be something different, but whatever, that's going to be it. We also butted both of these up against the thing, so we need to put our depots, or our depot singular. And now, how much will it be to upgrade all of this? 38 grand, and I've got 138.2 in the bank, so... Oh, shucks, I missed the bridge. Need the bridge. Put the bridge down. Alright, I've got 89 now. I've got $89,000 in the bank. Can I make a train for $89,000? Also, how much has this cost me so far? $1,000 bucks. It's not that bad. Could buy this. Can buy this, and I need coal on the one direction, and I need coke back in the other direction. That's what's going to make the money here. So... coal. So buy the Norris. Let's just go with that much. There to there and back. Now, I'm going to say just maintain when you have to, because, and in fact I'll say it both times, maintain when you have to, because I don't want it template replacing when it has a load, and either way it's going to have a load, so it doesn't matter. But with these, I explicitly tell it to go in going a specific direction, because that's when it won't have a load. Anyway, let's see. Go nonstop to Morris Woods, refit to coal, and then full load. And then this refit to coke, and I also want you to wait there for 2 days. Because if you wait there for 2 days, that'll give time for the thing to recognize that there's a train there that can take coke. Okay. Hopefully you make money. Because I am flat broke with a maximum loan. So, you also need to be in a group. ID. Let's just do Waterville or Valley Coal Coke. Oh, this guy's going. We got to keep an eye on him. We got to watch this, and we're gonna watch him go while I eat my sandwich because I'm out of money and I can't do anything else. So, Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Oh, please tell me I have enough money to fix this bridge. Let's make sure none of the other bridges are like that. That just wasted a bunch of money. That wasted a bunch of money because he was running, and they're so much more expensive when they're running. So, let me just... Let's watch him go. And I'm going to eat my thing, so I'll be back. Where is it? There it is. You will be able to hear from me, you just can't see me. There's our first autosave. I really hope this makes money. If it doesn't... If it doesn't, we're going to be climbing our way out of a hole. Also, take note, there are a lot of probably easier things to do here. Oh, hey, wait a minute. I just thought of something. If I build a tram system in town, does it count as delivering passengers? Can I do that on my tiny budget? Nope. I can't even build a road depot. I don't have enough. Alright, but we're going to come back to that thought. At least the boats are making money, right? They've made 25 grand this year so far, which is not a lot, but it's nothing to shake a stick at. I hope it at least covers, yeah, it's at least covering our infrastructure by a margin. I'm gonna name this Fork Hill. Oh, damn, you got me. Dork Hill. We got new fishing grounds. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can make a gazillion dollars in this valley for absolutely no sweat. Because you don't have any terrain manipulation to do at all. But, if I get, you boy. But that's not what I decided to do. I decided to suffer instead. That is a long run. I really hope this guy can make it up the hill. Hell yeah. And now down the other side. If this makes more than 30 grand, we are home free. If it does not, we have to shut this down immediately. Because it is a massive money sink, and it's also most of our infrastructure cost. I really hope it makes at least 30 grand. I don't know if it will. Bauxite is like the cheapest material in the game. We've not taken it very far. Well, we have, but not very quickly. Oh, man, it's close, but I don't think that's going to make us money in the long run. This is not a server at all, actually. This is me testing Extreme. But you know what? We will get a $300,000 payoff at the end. So as long as this doesn't go 300,000 in the hole over the course of its lifetime, I don't know. Let's get started on the other thing while we still have the money. There. Let's put stop over here. Stop over here. I think that's good enough for now. I mean, we could put one here also. New vehicles. Let's get a 2-horse passenger carriage. And then here. Alright, so I'm going to set a timetable of, well, actually I'm going to automate and auto-separate stuff on this order set. I'm also going to name this, you could call it this, but actually I think I'm going to call it a bus. And because it's in this town, oops, it's past the dumb cake, I'm going to call it the dumb bus. Because train good, car bad. Hopefully this counts as delivering passengers. Didn't stop there. But these should be generating passengers now. Or at least trying to. The other takeaway here is that this thing is almost has an entire train's worth of bauxite available. Welcome back, Master Badger. To be picked up when this returns, so it will have less time sitting in the station doing nothing. Which will save me about $2,000. It's still going to be just barely breaking even, if that. I mean, it's about to go back to the negative on the return trip. But it still might break even. Oh, we've got passengers waiting. Look at that. We'll come back to you. Oh, you're still a ways away, though. The other thing I could do is I could upgrade some of this sectional in the flats here, if I get the money, which will allow this train to get back faster, which will in turn reduce its running cost, because it'll be running for less time. Let's see, you can carry 15 passengers. Income $6. Okay, the real question is, does that count? Give it a day or two. Give it a minute for it to decide if that counts as passengers delivered to pass a dump keg. If it doesn't, we're not going to be able to complete this. It does! It does! It does! Okay, so that's 3,000 passengers. That's a lot of freaking people, but it will happen eventually. And when we do, we're going to get a nice $300,000 payout. And I think this one little omnibus can handle the train here. Also, 202 tons of bauxite, that is almost exactly a full train. Which is 220 tons, which, honestly, if it produces a couple more times before this guy pulls in here, that's going to be it. It's going to leave immediately. Which is not a bad thing, because if it sits there, it's still costing me money. Oh, the other one just left. Valley Coal Coke. My only concern is getting over this right here. I can also unhide everything. I also can unhide the trees, because I hit all the trees. The forested deserts of Nevada. Oops, I just lost my train. Where is he? Well, whatever. It's over there. He made it over the hill at least, and this guy's running again. Let's check on you. I am being survived. I am surviving on account of the boats being survived. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's definitely what I mean. Ooh, I just realized something. We can bring coke and limestone back if we shift the station over. I also should probably be doing something with the fish farm that we are juicing. I don't think there's a, general store just requires food. I don't know, hopefully there's a town over here that has a grocery store that can take fish and meat. Okay, how much did you make? You made almost enough. Almost. But you should make some on the way back. Unlike this guy who is not making anything on the way back. Oh, right, you wait for 2 days. That's right. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Coke, tar, and sulfur. Tar. I wonder how much it would be to deliver... Oh, look, we've got 2 quarries, too. And then there's bauxite, and there's an iron ore mine for this right here. This is why I shrunk down the valley. Originally, the whole map was the valley. I went, it's too easy. It's all flat. Yeah, if we look at our trains overall, they're down $6,000 this year. So far, it's May. I'm gonna try to carry as many of these through as I can. I mean, we've got 4 going already. This one is not worth it. This one is almost impossible. Coal to Castleton power plant is the next thing we should work on when we have money. Kit bash of $9.99. Nice. Got some folks that love $9.99. What does this take? Ammonium nitrate vehicles, petroleum fuels, rubber parts, and hydrogen. Well, I don't know when we're gonna get those. But also, this one, if you produce any, it produces all the stuff you need. So, what is this? This is a cement plant. It takes sand and limestone, which are available in heavy quantities over here. And we've got a basic oxygen furnace, where we can take the steel from here afterward. How much did you make on the way back? Okay, enough. Enough. You are profitable, which is a pretty important step. We've got these two boats, which are doing their thing. It's actually working out very well. I just am going to look here, display chain, a grocery store and a cannery. I'd look at the fish and meat, grocery store and cannery. I'd like the minimap to show me just accepting industries where I could possibly take these things. There are 12 grocery stores in the map, on the map. I see one over there, upriver, way upriver in Putney. There's another one here in Dyer Brook. Heh, perv. It's town of perv. These guys are literally not connected to anything. Closest thing is Putney, and then there's a cannery. There are two canneries. There's one up here and one over here. Now, I could run a barge up to here. I could also theoretically run a barge to Putney. I would just need to... either way, I would need to get through here, which is going to be a few $100,000 probably. And then build a thing, which is another $100,000. So, because of where it is, I could build a dock. I could build a lock for probably $20,000 if it's in the right spot, but that is not the right spot. Oh right, it's past Mexico. We're talking about Putney here, and then I would put the dock right here, which should hit the grocery store. That would be nice. I just can't get to it because of the terrain. It would cost, yeah, I mean, let's look at this. Look, just to get through here, I would have to lower this and this. Yeah, 86-inch drivers. That was why it was a record-setting contender. Holding shift. That would cost $97,000 to do this. Which I think that would allow me to get a ship through. I think. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe F yourself. But that would let me get use out of all this fish and meat. Oh, I gotta get through here too, that's right. Oops, clicked off the window. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I am able to do anything. Well, it's cranking it anyway. At some point I'm gonna have to go over the Sierra Nevadas, and that's scary. Like, these are genuinely frightening mountains. I mean, these are the highest points of the map. This dumber. Now we have dumb and dumber. Sunderland is getting smaller. Where's the train? Oh, you're on your way back. You've got $18,000 in the bank. I think that's enough to actually make the return journey and still have profit at the end of it, which would be awesome. We have $42,000 in the bank, so with that we might be able to go for one of these goals here. Coal to the Castleton power plant. That's almost enough to build 2 docks. If we built a dock here, that touches the power plant. So, keep that in mind. And then, as for coal mines, There's nothing that's right on the shore, but there is like this one, which, yeah, if I put a little hill there, I could put a dock there. But then we still need to oh, right. We still need to get see, we can't get up here. One, because this bridge is here, which is a problem because we can't put a thing right under the bridge, and B, because we'd have to lower this, which would be because the ship would come down here and then it would get stuck right here. I think it can't go that way, so we'd have to lower two things, which would disrupt this tile, and this tile. These two already have water on them, so that's a surcharge. God damn it. Why did I make this game so hard? Also, I can make this window a hell of a lot smaller. We're working on that. This is impossible. I'm just writing that one off. This one is not worth it. This one is the only other one that I think we can do. Which, I suppose... No, I can't really... That's a long way to go just to get coal over here. We definitely don't have the money to spend on that, is the thing. Oh, I should put my face cam back on. I'm done with my sandwich. Well, so we're going to stream here until... Let's see, what time is coffee shop? 6 o'clock. So we'll stream until about 10 of 6 or so. But we are making money. You can start with something completely insane like this. This is not a smart decision. I'll be honest. This was not a good start. But this is how we started, and we have this main line to use now for the future. Sunderland is just tiny. I don't know what to do about Sunderland. It's too small to, like, make happy. It's already in the woods, so... Also, look at this. This freeway overpass. Stone bridge. Okay. See, there's a store in Putney, because this place makes produce, which can be sold directly at the store. This needs produce. This makes produce. It's not a lot. It's producing 70 or 89 tons of produce. But if I built a little road, it might work. Might be something to do. But like I said, our what is it? Rule number 4 is we've got to satisfy the goals and subsidies. So we don't have any subsidies available. That's not subsidies. Any subsidies available. But we do have plenty of goals that are left unsatisfied, so we need to devote money into those. Let me repay the loan here. I just need to remember that we've got 40K in loan that I can pull out if I need it. I'm wondering if I could use trucks to get the coal down to here. I mean, how much does this produce? Wow, 248 tons. That's a lot. Use trucks to get the coal down to here, and then build a dock down here at the mouth of the river, and then go. That might be the best thing we can do, but that's still going to be like 48,000 plus the trucks. I mean, plus another 20K for the boat. So call that 100 grand we need to have in the bank before we could do this. And this is look at our operating ratio, which is pretty appalling right now. If your name is Union Pacific, we have 106,000 divided by 162,000, which makes for an operating ratio of 0.65, which is not great. I've had usually when I start out. Well, actually not right when I start out, but once I get a developed system, I've been able to get operating ratio down to like 0.21, 0.2 and change, 0.26, 0.29. I can't recall exactly, something in that vicinity. But this is also 20% done. Look at that. It's 20% done. And this guy's star of the show. I mean, this is what I would want out of a train. It's making money in both directions. If you can have a train that makes money in both directions, you are doing good. We can make this make more money by bringing in the limestone from this quarry here. But I'm not even sure if it would be able to handle it. Why did this go down to 1? I thought this was 200 something. Or maybe I was looking at these. Yeah, this was 220. This is 248. Okay. So I was looking at the other one. They will sort of wobble around, but they won't change very much from their base value. $115 tons of coke is actually pretty good. This is producing 21 tons of iron, which, if I had a mind to, I could then put on a truck and send over here. Because that's definitely small enough that I could just build like a little spur over here for a truck stop. And then you go up this road, you come over here, and then you put a little station right here, and that'll do it. Which is possibly a thought for the future. But we could get so much more out of this because we have iron and limestone and coal galore in this vicinity. We also have, if I saw that correctly, there's a second... No, there's not a second blast furnace around. Even still, you know, you can get... I'm kind of glad there isn't, actually. I don't want to have to split my stuff. The issue becomes when you start getting goals that sort of conflict with previous goals. And you don't want to disconnect anything because if that goal comes up, you want it to be automatically satisfied. So then you just start splitting things around. What was the New York Central before it was called that? Yeah, it was the New York Central and Hudson River Railroad, if I remember correctly. Alright. So. Comfortable in my chair. We've actually got 7% on the Passadumkeag thing, which let's check on this to make sure we don't need a second bus. Oh, that... Yeah, we do need a second bus. Go. Unfortunately, that cost us. But, you know. I get $0? Damn. That'll really help my ailing company. How's things going? Are people yelling at each other in here yet? The China debacle again. Oh no. There's a tiny town. Alright. I'm glad people are still enjoying OpenTTD. Because I set this up so that I could suffer. Oh, there's the other one. In Starksboro. Look at this place. This might be the biggest town on the map. Let's check. Town directory. Sort by population. Yeah, Starksboro. And then Rocky Hill, which is way out here. Lunenburg. Okay. Bloomfield. Bloomfield and Bridgeport are kind of open for a passenger connection. So hold on, let's scroll all the way to the bottom. 15 people, Sunderland hates me. Oh no, whatever will we do? Oh, Seymour. You steam a good ham. As a strat, buy all survive. Oh, never mind. Didn't have the chance to read that. Ooh, this is a good run. This is a good run for a passenger train, or even some trolleys. Once we get better ones. That's a dead straight line between two good-sized towns. Yeah. We just need money. I mean, what's a man to do? Are the trains making money overall? They are. They are now. So the trains are making money overall. The boats are making money overall. The trucks are making money overall. And this is really doing what I hoped it would do. Obviously, the boats are making money hand over fist. Boats kind of do be OP on existing waterways, but I don't want to make them worthless. So I'm probably not going to change them very much beyond how much they've already been changed. which means that early game boats are the way to go, but they can't do passengers. Um, Also, Far Bauxite, this guy is on 4 kill right now, and this is, I hope, going to be the run that puts it over the top and makes sure it never, make sure it's never in the red again. It might work. Here we've got 2 trains, two boats, 2 buses. And let's just make sure, because this was the place that was filling up with passengers. It started to go down, but I don't want to have an overload of passengers, because you guys all know what happens then. Well, you know what happens then if you were on the last OpenTTD servers, and you had to deal with the overload of passengers, especially on the Husik one. Things got a little out of hand. 36 grand! Look at that! That's it. That puts us over the top. This train's making money now. The trains have almost caught up to the boats, which is nice. The trucks will never get there, but they're really cheap to run is the thing. Road vehicles are deliberately very inexpensive to run. They just don't make you very much. Now, one of the things that I changed was that passengers give full value again. So you can make good money on passenger service in the early game, even when the towns aren't very large. But it's hard to do so because the trains are so much more expensive to run, and that's the balance that I was able to find. The whole thing with Extreme and Extreme Experimental, which I think is going to become the main now, because no one's ever going to do regular Extreme but me anyway, is that I wanted to make it so that it was much harder to accumulate unbelievable stacks of cash towards the mid-game, to the point where they would easily carry you through the end game and you didn't have to do very much to survive. You know, you could have a negative profit for the last 30 years and it wouldn't matter to you at all because you had $17 billion in the bank and that's it. And you would never run out of money by the time the game ended. But I wanted to make sure that the end was a proper struggle, beyond just like, oh, I can't keep everything profitable. If you don't have to, that doesn't matter. If you do have to, because otherwise you will go under, then that's a different story. And that was the first thing I was targeting. It was, we need to prevent people from getting crazy fat stacks of cash. Now, the thing that I went after that sort of helped with that is people doing absurd earthworks, giant causeways, massive cuts and embankments. As a strat, buy all the surviving Berks. Hey, maybe. And I went, okay, so we're gonna make that more expensive because I want the right of way, the rights of way, to look a little bit more realistic. I want railroads to look more like this, and less like some of the crap that you see on the later days of every other OpenTTD server. Because I would assume a lot of Berks survived because they lasted a really long time and their railroads weren't so happy to get rid of them. But I would trade like 4 of those for one Q2. Actually, I would trade more of them. But anyway, this is producing 165 tons of alumina. Now we can look at that and go, okay, where do we need to take alumina? And I think we take alumina to a aluminum plant. Yeah, there it is. How many of these are there on the map? There are 5, which is more than I expected. Are any of them nearby? No, not even close. We're talking, there's 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. That's 4 that are in the valley, and 1 that's in the mountains over here. Alright, so we're definitely not doing that anytime soon. Now, the thing is, though, because we are now producing alumina, the game will say, ah, we can give you tasks with alumina. Ooh, oil wells. That's always good. And so I might get tasked to bring alumina somewhere, which means either I'm going to have to use a... I'm going to have to, like, fund a bulk terminal, which I don't know if a bulk terminal counts as a starter industry. Let me see. Industries. Fund new industry. These are absurdly expensive to do also. This is another thing. Bulk terminal. No, you can fund it. I could just put it down, like, over here. And then I would have some alumina in the valley. Not a lot, but some. There's some Pierre Marquette locomotives, Racinos, which makes them Kanawas. I don't care. Personally, I don't care about the distinction between Kanawas and Berkshires. They're all Berks. It's a wheel arrangement. Like, they're all Berks. That's where the name came from. Like, they can call them whatever they want, but that doesn't make them right. And I refuse. I also will not be applying this to any other discussions on wheel arrangement jurisdiction, except for what was that one? Hold on, where's the white spreadsheet? People were arguing over Jubilee, not Jubilee, over Hudson versus Baltic. And we found out that the first 464 was actually neither a Hudson nor a Baltic. It was built by a guy named Reed in, I think, like, South Africa. So we are calling them all Reeds now. It's a Reed type. They're not Hudsons, they're not Baltics, they're Reeds. Okay, so this takes stuff. This is a cleaning products factory, which is... that's really something. What else does this need? It needs sodium hydroxide, which comes from what? A chloralkali plant. Oh, a chloralkali plant. Okay. Where the hell is one? Producing industries. Right there, huh? Right here. There's a chloralkali plant right here, right down the river. Unfortunately, it requires salt. So, where is there a salt mine? Display chain. Salt. Show me the producing industries. Now, the first Baltics were built in France, but the Reed was built before the first Baltic in France. And that's why, like, if you're going to argue as, you know, it's a Baltic because they came first, then they're all Reeds, because the Reed was first. Okay, so this would be a toughie. I'm going to hide all the trees again. Please do the Porter Royale. We'll see when we get back to Royales. There will be a period to suggest topics. Okay. So if I wanted to get salt, so 198 tons isn't like stunning, but it's okay. It's pretty good. Probably come out here, cross this road, and I think I could work my way over this sort of mountain pass and then down the other side. And then I could put things on a ship and send them. All I need to do is go to Twitter. Spicy. And then put a dock over here, probably. Yeah. Yeah. That would do. This is honestly incredibly cool terrain. Thank you to Horizon for forcing me to do this one. Look at this valley. How cool is that? And we've got this lake over here, which is almost inaccessible. And then you get, like, you understand why the California coastline has so little on it up here. And buy, like, 1 trillion porters. That's, yeah, I mean, we've had Locomotive Versus based on that premise. Yeah, OpenTTD is pretty chaotic fun. The servers have definitely been chaotic to this point, and this is supposed to slow some of that chaos down. But the early servers, we had some people going bankrupt not infrequently. And like people got better at the game, so it happens less often now, and it tends to happen towards the end, which is, you know, sort of acceptable and expected. 102,000? That's good. That's real good. Accepting industries, please. Let's see. Do you take nitrogen? No, you take coal. You're a coal liquefaction plant. What about you? You take... Nope. Where is it? Oh, it's over here on top of the road. Is that you? Engine plant? No. Oh, you! The arc furnace. Yeah, you take oxygen. Skill issue, just farm fish. Yeah, yeah, I know. And the ammonia plant takes nitrogen, which is just down the river. That one I could probably get to with a boat. What if I just let out a humongous sigh? Alright, we've got 6 months to get at least one more of these things started. This thing, and this one's almost done. So, well, it's 40% done, which is pretty good. I'm probably going to be a little bit ahead of the server, because the server will pause when people join, and this will not. If my computer crashes or we lose power or whatever, then oh well. What's the worst looking steam locomotive I saw in real life? Like, worst designed or, like, in the worst condition? Because in the worst condition is probably something at Steamtown. In worst designed... Yeah, worst condition is probably something at Steamtown. I haven't seen the Eagle Lake locomotives in person yet. I mean, I've seen steam locomotives that are just a boiler. That's the only thing remaining. It's Sandy River number 1 or number 2. They're not sure which one it is. The boiler of that is at the museum in Phillips, Maine. The SR&RL Museum. Look at them. They're making money. Isn't that great? Isn't it grand? These are making money too. These are making money too. Fantastic. And I'm trying to save up 100 grand so that I can do this over here. And I'm not going to start it because it'll cost me infrastructure cost in the meantime. Why do I keep... Oh, I don't. Yeah. I can only just, like, survey what's going on. Where's Pass a Dumb Cake? There it is. It's in the hills. Ka-ching. $92. Okay, cool. Two things is enough. What are you doing for the timetable? It is automate filling them, which is fine. That's good. But yeah, trucks are a good stopgap. They're not like end all be all. At least not until presumably the end of the game. Shays and other geared locomotives are cool. I have not actually seen a running geared locomotive yet, although I will in June. I'll be down at Cass for the Parade of Steam. And also a friend's wedding, but, you know, Steam. We had a pretty good meeting last night working on, working out a plan for that trip, which I'm glad that it's coming together. I mean, I love it when a plane comes in. Ooh, we have enough. Max out that loan. All right, let's get some freaking boats in here. Hide all the trees, please. I want to put it here, but then I'll be blocking that. Don't forget it. Just put it there. Put it there, pal. And then put it over here in Castleton. Yep. And I probably want a buoy here. We'll call that the Granby buoy. That's fine. Put the ship depot. I forgot about the cost of the ship depot. And I also want to do, because these things have to be connected, I want to put it here. And here. There we go. Put down the road depot. New vehicle. Carrying coal. Yeah. Let's just buy the two. Horse market. Oof. Running the horses by the horse market. Oh, and we need to oops, wrong thing. Transfer and leave empty. And then here, we will go here. Buy me a coal barge. We do still have enough money to do this. That's good. The buoy, the power plant, and back, and to here. And this is what we need to keep an eye on, because we're going to need a lot of horse carts. A lot of horse carts. It's actually less expensive to have ships and trains and trucks, etc., parked at their respective stations than it is for me to have them wait in the depot, which I could do with a conditional order. This is Extreme Edition, East. I am suffering so that you guys, well, I wouldn't say don't have to, but don't have to right now. Okay, there it goes. And we already have 10 tons of coal, and these things only carry like 9. So we're going to have to buy a lot of horse carts. How much are the horse carts? Okay, they're $2,000 a piece. That's not that expensive. I can buy an absurd amount of them. I should probably turn up the cost of the horse carts. I'm going to make a thing in my notes doc for potential changes. Oh, and I can't mess with the road vehicle cost because of the different mods. They don't line up properly unless I have them exactly the way they are. But that's fine. You know what? These are supposed to be like a cheap thing, you know? Also, we need to make some new things. You are going to be a new thing. We'll call this Castleton Coal. Actually, Castleton Power Barge. That's a cool sounding thing. And then, as for this, we will do this. Click here, manage list, create group from list, and then we'll call this Starksboro Coal. Nope, I don't have enough money. I might end up needing more than one boat for this. But that is going to be one more goal completing. Or two, yeah, completing. And what is our next one then? It's either the Lee grocery store, which, good God, I don't know how I would do that. Fish and meat, huh? Where do we get fish and meat? Other than the shoals. Fish farm, fishing grounds, and the abattoir. If that's how that's pronounced. Which, producing industries. Oh, there is an abattoir around the corner. What is this? Oh God, it's lighthouses. Holy crap! Man, you better not get lost over there. Or else you will be heavily judged. Is this a mixed farm or is this... Oh, that is livestock. Oh, I've got livestock. Okay, so... No, that doesn't really work. I was thinking I could run a train from here to here via here and then bring the food back on the return trip, that would be kind of a stretch. But food is, I think, I think livestock and food or fish and meat give you a better return on investment than bauxite anyway. Cargo payment rates. Let's see. Bauxite is literally the lowest thing on the thing. So we're making money with an absurd route with the least, well, like the least return on investment commodity there is. If we look at livestock, livestock drops pretty steeply, but it's still kind of up there. And then fish and meat is the same way. So I think if we do end up doing this, I think that might be the way to go. Because that would sort of keep the train from having to conquer any really steep grades. I mean, this is rough terrain to build through, but it's not that bad. And then we come up to Grantham, and we can just pull into a station over here. Yeah, okay, I think this one is our next thing to attempt if we can do it. Because we're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're working on this, so that just leaves the Lee grocery store. Although, what I could also do is just build a road. I could build a road that goes, like, you know, this way and then to Lee from here. I might do that also. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I can juice this. I can make it crank it. It's a thought. It's a thought. But I'm going to need several 100,000 before I can attempt either one of those things. I mean, the train plan from here around is, we're probably looking at 300 grand at a minimum. The road is probably a lot cheaper, probably like 50 grand, and we can do that just to get it started. But it's going to be another, 50 grand to get a boat to juice that, to make it crank it. To get it cranking. That's what I mean, I suppose. Crank that. 65 tons of coal, huh? And I can't afford another thing. It's beginning to fill. It's beginning to... Yeah. I mean, I don't have anything to do now. All I have to do is look around and figure out what to do next. I suppose building a road is fairly inexpensive. Oh, look. This makes produce and livestock. So I could get a head start on it, but I don't think I'm going to. And yeah, I mean, I want a direct connection. I want a more direct connection. I could send a truck all the way around, but that would take so long, and I don't think it would make money. I mean, maybe it would. Like I said, I did make them very cheap to run. But I don't know. That might be pushing it. And plus, we need to supply a lot, which is why I'm eventually going to be working on this. 3,000 tons of fish and meat. This one's almost done because it's a relatively sedate amount. It's 1,100 tons. That's like a reasonable amount. And then, yeah, this Brunswick Fish Farm, they're going. Past the dumb keg, the dumb bus is running good. Yeah, they don't have, like, pile-ups of passengers anymore. 27% remaining. Which, how many did I move this year? 242 last month, which is a lot, actually. That's a pretty good percentage, which is why this is growing every 106 days. And then this, where's our train? There you are. Oh, let me do this, by the way. Let me get rid of, or at least lifted track it. Get us a little bit of our money back, just the tiniest bit. But yeah, like I said, if people want to see me play Locomotion, this is the closest thing that they're going to get. Played a lot of Locomotion in my life. I have not played enough OpenTTD. I've played an awful lot of OpenTTD these past, like, few months, though. Gloria can attest.
I sure can.
Love you. Yay. This guy is almost ready to run again. Something just delivered. I just got paid. I should be able to pay attention to the percentages on these to see what just dropped off. I have few enough services. Also, this is going to F up my operating ratio for a while. Not that it matters. I mean, I don't have any shareholders. But this is why I increased it to 8 instead of 4. Because if it was just these first 4, I mean, I would have all 3 of them done. Or I would have 3 of them done. But if it was like these last 4, then I only had 1 of them that I could reasonably complete. I mean, yeah, I could complete this one, I guess. But that's horrific. I mean, how are you going to get that up the hill? Oh. I like the mountains that actually look like mountains instead of like little, like big plateaus that you get in the regular maps. I don't hate the big plateaus, but they aren't very good. Right, this is almost all set, but we still have way too much coal waiting. Go. I'm going to try not to let this pile up. Actually, I wonder if the commodity overlay... Where is it? Coal. 92% of capacity. 13 tons per month. That doesn't seem accurate. Neither of those values seem accurate. So, well, this is going to give us enough money to do the other thing when it's done. If it got done anytime soon. But we have 40 grand in the bank. Do we do it? Do we try to set up the boat to get us more? Or do we just go straight for the road? It's a tough one. I'm gonna need to build this. It's gonna be a little bit awkward because putting turns in the road really slows the vehicles down, and there's no way to get through here without a lot of turns. Hi, Bob. Unless I just go down this way and run them up through Peru City. Then I want to go this way. And then just hook a left. And go over this and go over that into Lee. I wish I had planning roads. That'd be nice. You know what? I think I'm actually going to disable this. So that when I do this, it just makes all the trees disappear. Just poof. Let's see. This guy's on his way back with almost a full load of coke. I mean, he's like half full of coke, which, if we look at this, 156. So we get a slightly more than 2-to-1 return on our coal when I put it in there. Which I can't add anything else to this, so that works, I guess. The thing that I realized with these industries and with any furs industries that require more than one commodity. Oh, my back. The thing that I realized was that yes, you need to supply all three for maximum production rate, but it does not say how much of them you need to supply. You don't need to supply a certain ratio. It's not like transport fever where it's like 1-to-1 or 2-to-1. Like I want to supply 100 iron ore and 50 coke and 25 limestone. I could supply 1,000 iron ore and 10 coke and 10 limestone and get the same amount of production as if I supplied 500 iron ore and, fill in the rest. 250 and 250, or 260 and 260. I would get the same amount. It just changes the, rather, the number of commodities you supply, not the quantity thereof, but the number of commodities you supply just changes the in to out ratio. So, yeah. And I don't think it matters per commodity that you supply. Like, I don't think they have different ratios. This guy's gonna make it. He's been sitting there for quite some time, but he's gonna make it. And then this is gonna fill up by the time he gets back. So we're probably gonna need multiple boats. This is the issue with the horse cars, is they just don't provide enough like capacity. The throughput is just sad. So I need to throw a million of them at every problem. Especially like this. I mean, 248 tons of coal is a lot for one of these industries to produce. At least compared to some stuff that we're used to in Steel Town. But this is like super duper Steel Town, and in order to compensate for, in some cases, the rarity of some of these industries, and the difficulty of getting engineering supplies sometimes, they produce a decent amount just to start with. And that's pretty good. This is still going up. We still need more. More. This guy's almost at the power plant, and I think we're going to need to buy another boat. I don't have enough money for it. I almost have enough money for it. 16 grand? Oops. Come on, you can do it. Show me the money. Actually, I have money. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Alright, I think we finally got to the point where we've evened out. No, that was just because there were a bunch together. No, I'm not sure. We might need more. We might need more. It's gonna be a pain. It's gonna be a right pain. In the event that this ever gets done for the community server, I think I will put it up like a day in advance, just paused and let people figure out where they're going to build first, and let people try to build first. I'll open the door to construction while it's paused, because you will have time to look at your goals and go, okay, I can do this, I can do this, or I will have a system figured out. It'll give less of an advantage to the people who jump on right at the beginning, because you'll have a whole day where you can basically get to the same point, which is I have a system or two constructed, and that's it. I mean, you could use this time to put bus services in every town on the map, but that's up to you. You people do what you want. All right, and this is the last one. This is the last thing we're gonna try to get done. We've still got another about an hour and a half of streaming to do, but maybe by the time we accumulate enough money to build a thing to Lee from Peru, it's a long way, this will be done and we'll get another one. It's also, in a way, going to be like playing whack-a-mole, where the things are cropping up and we're trying to dispatch them as quickly as possible. And I don't know if we're going to be, like, super capable of doing that with 8 goals. It gets a little whack-a-mole with 4. And also try to stay on top of, like, okay, we want to expand this system or whatever. When a goal comes up that is related to something we already have built, I'm going to try my best to, connect them, make them work. This is still nuts. Alright, let's see. We've only got $4 grand in the bank. I don't really know what we want to do next. I'm not doing anything with this, so there's really not much point to connecting up to limestone. Spend money on that. Oh, okay, it's be real time. Always while I'm streaming, huh? Oh, there we go. Okay. 66% done on this. Well, let's see. Let's do some quick math. Because this delivers... I don't know why I didn't just click on the train. Total cargo, 154 tons of coal per run, which 1157 divided by 154 means it only has to run 7.5 times before it's done. For some people, there are some people on Facebook who think UP4012 could be restored at Steamtown. Well, they did look at restoring it. A long while ago, they did a report on everything they had in their collection and what would be viable to restore, and they were looking at restoring the big boy because it is the only articulated locomotive in the Steamtown collection, and they thought that would be, neat. But the concern was not anything with the locomotive itself, because it was fine, as fine as a locomotive can be that's sat out for that long. But they were worried about it breaking stuff. It's very large and very heavy, and yeah, the D&H did have challengers, but it's still an order of magnitude more than almost everything. And yeah, I mean, turning it is an issue, but they have a why. That sort of thing, like the operations of it, like that, I feel like were less of a concern than just like, this is huge, it's too damn big. So that's why they didn't restore the big boy. That's why we didn't have a big boy restored in 2004 or whenever they did that report. See, 80% done, so we're talking like 3 more trips, 2.5 more trips, and then we'll get a new goal. And this thing, let's see, it takes Let's see, timetable. It takes 20, 30 days to complete. So it goes once a month. It goes once a month. Interesting. So it's not going to be quite done before the end of the year. If it takes 30 plus years to restore a large Pacific, it'd probably take 100 years to restore 4014. Yeah, no, I don't necessarily I don't necessarily disagree with that assessment. Um, the restoration of 3713 is a multifaceted issue beyond just Steamtown can't restore things. Uh, it has a lot to do with sort of the way that Steamtown is organized and the people that are working on the big on the Big Pacific, that sort of thing. Let's see, I want to have enough in the bank to do this, which I think I have enough to start anyway. And we've got 4 months. I don't know how long it would take for a horse cart to walk from here to here, but I don't want it to get to the point where we end up missing the opportunity to do this goal because because the because I was too slow on the draw. You know. Vermont Steamtown looked amazing. It also had a incredibly wealthy dude chucking money at it. Tourist places tend to do better when you have someone throwing money at it. I just wasted $16,000. I just wasted $16,000. Man. Whoops. I don't need to lower the land like that. This is... I mean, yeah, you could look at it that way. But, it doesn't necessarily matter how much a thing could haul. Like, yeah, it makes sense to, it makes sense to... What do you mean there is no road? There we go. To restore something that you could actually make good use out of, but I don't know. I feel like that is less of a concern for most places. I mean, yeah. I'm just gonna go straight over the hill. Honestly, I can do this. This is how roads are supposed to be built. Oh, that's not. I don't have enough money to do that. I've already run out of money. If I had an extra $16,000, it'd be a lot better. Um, 3 grand to do this. Oh, crap. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Okay, because it levels out when you... Gotcha. Oh, and now I'm out of money. I've almost got it. I've almost got it. I just need to build a thing in Lee. And... Yeah. Actually, I should probably go this way. I can't really. I'm spending a lot on embankments. CN47 would be perfect. It would be perfect. It's a wonderful, wonderful locomotive, and it has such a, like, stupid, tragic history. 2929 would also be good. 2124 is probably too big for what they need to do. Actually, I take it back. The worst condition locomotive I've seen is probably 3377. Aside from locomotives that are just a boiler, it's probably 3377. I mean, I can't think of a worse one. Um, in person, I can't think of a. I mean, as far as steam locomotives go, anyway, the diesels that were in the woods with the New York Central Electrics, they were in pretty bad condition. Now they're dead. So, you know, that's how it goes. Oh man, I need to put this bus station in before Lee doesn't let me do it. Thank you. Okay. We've just got to connect this. We've just got to connect it. That's it. We're getting close. We're getting close to working on our 6th goal out of 8. I don't really have the time remaining for the rest of them, but that's okay. I'm glad I did this first. I still might not make it. There's still a chance that I don't make it. That we don't accumulate enough money over the next 3 months, 2.5 months really, to get a truck out, and that truck does not make it in time. That's a real possibility. That'd be very upsetting. Well, we will get 84,000 once that train runs 2 more times, but that's going to be the end of the year. So, don't think that's going to do it. I think we're going to be in trouble. Appliance factory, huh? Alright. Interesting. If it's because I decided to remove these 2 hills because I thought I was going to bring a road through there for some ungodly reason, that we end up missing this deadline, I swear to God. Never forgive myself. Come on, find the money. Find it. That guy's on his way. He's not about to make money. This guy just made money. He just made money. He's built some road. Bullard Company number 2. Shrimp. So we call him Shrimp. I'm going to do this thriftily. $2,000. I'm already out of money. Son of a gun. So I could go here and then here. You guys go. Let's see. Wait, where's my, There you are. This guy's full almost, and he'll run. What about the, Oh, you're on your way. Alright, we're gonna get some money soon. That should be enough. Bow down to Bullard, too. How much is this? $5,000, that's it. That's it, we're just gonna do that. I'm not going around, I'm not doing anything fancy, we're just going straight over the hill. This guy's on the move. We are on the clock. This is more tense than I've ever been playing Locomotion, or OpenTTD for that matter. Baby, could you get me some water, please? I'm starting to lose my voice.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. What did Veronica say? Okay. Just get better. Get better. And hopefully it does not take 2 months for a truck to go over these. We've got November and December left. We are 10 grand in the hole because we got trains on the move. Don't worry, we'll pay the engineers when they get there. I swear. I swear they will. They'll get paid. And if they yeah, 15 and 790. They've got a lot of good candidates. They just don't have money or people. Thank you very much. Ka-ching, that is not enough to get us out of the hole. Where's my moneymaker? There you are. Not even at 4 kill yet. This guy's almost at the Castleton power plant though. Okay. I don't think this is going to make enough, but it will get us closer to there. We're just waiting. We're waiting on the bauxite train. That was something. It was not the bauxite train, though. I hope. No. Still on the way. It's going to give us 30 grand. That's going to be enough to finish this off. Better be enough to finish this off. Otherwise, we're not making this. We just spent a bunch of money. Yeah, the Road Museum of Pennsylvania has been cracking on with their stuff. They're kind of slow too, but you know, they've got a big collection and they've got a nice building and everything. If you fused the Road Museum of Pennsylvania and Steamtown, like their capabilities together, you would have the best road museum ever. As long as you don't fuse their mentalities, because at that point you've got nothing. It's worthless. What's gonna be it? It's gonna be there. It's almost there. I should have opened the window to see, but I keep going and looking at it. Come on. Come on. Unload, damn you. No. Unload. I know it's there. I know it's almost there. We've also almost got the 84 from this. Aha! Alright. Fish and meat. Fish and meat. We'll buy the most expensive one. Roll it any cargo. Go. No time for caution. There. The moment you have any fish and meat, I'm just gonna send you. You're just gonna go. Come on. We're making fish and meat. Come on, you can do it. Come on, give me the meat! How's the stove? Oh, okay. Did you pick dry ones?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, fire real quick, so
Okay, good. Is the door propped open?
it's not popped open. Little closed.
Come on, where is the meat? There, go. Alright, we've got a month and a half. This is the final countdown. also want to keep an eye on this because this is going to be the last run of this train before we get that goal. We will still try to build the we will still try to build the yeah. You know, Badger, I concur with everything you're saying. That's why I said don't like cross the don't cross the mentalities of the two, because the Red Museum of Pennsylvania is just about like, yeah, we're gonna keep the stuff inside and make it look nice, and Steamtown is like, if we can't run it, why work on it? You know, they do some cosmetic stuff for the big set pieces for 2124 and for 4012. They get cosmetics every once in a while, but the they're like, what little resources they have, they're all going towards, we need a big road engine so we can do trains. Um, it's going to be interesting when Amtrak takes over the Lackawanna line, though, because I don't know if they're going to be able to do the excursions they want to do anymore. This has been running for 2 hours. Yep. I've been doing Extreme Edition. I would have had this one on while I worked. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to put it in the thing. I was I was getting ready for the stream, or getting the stream going, and also having the conversation about the server starting at the same time. So I was a little bit scatterbrained. I love you. It should be right there. Last time I saw it, it was upside down in front of the shoe rack. We're gonna make it. I did do a brief on my settings, but I can do another one now. Oh wait, I can't actually open the GRFs, but yeah, I did do a brief on my settings and the goals and stuff like that. Um, but I didn't go through each setting individually, and some of the settings of those settings are not exactly intuitive. But the point is, a lot of stuff is more expensive. Steam engines are twice as much to run. Infrastructure is the same. Boats are twice the cost overall. Boat stuff like docks are more expensive. Depots are more expensive of all kinds. And let's see, what else? I mean, I've got Axis, which is the real crazy part. Yeah. And then also I have 8 goals instead of the usual 4. Because I really want to keep myself busy. Busy bee. This guy's 87% full. But yeah, it means that when I started off, the first thing I built was a little ship system from this port, which has the engineering supplies, to this seafood place. Or sorry, that's the farm supplies rather. And now this thing's cranking it. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Oh, I need to add more. I forgot. I was just staring at the one. We need at least one more. Probably 2 more. Um, oh, duh. That's obviously they should do that. And then I built this thing, which is insanity. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where are you? I built from the bauxite deposits here across like a zillion rivers past this tiny town, which hates me now, over a hill, and here. So this is a long run. I mean, this takes. It's over there somewhere. You. How long does this take? Timetable. 15 days to make this run. The crazy thing is, if you think about it, in the base game with base, like daytime settings, that would have taken 5 months, 150 days to get from here to here. That's insane. That's why like regular settings are nuts. But this thing does still turn a profit very slowly, but it does still turn a profit. Bauxite is also the cheapest commodity in the entire game. Are you done yet? I'm wondering what my next task is going to be. I'm going to be here for another hour. I need to know what my next task is. Yeah, you're not kidding. The regular settings are, it's insanity. But I'm actually very happy with this. I can't run away with it. It's been a year, and not only do I have a maxed out loan, I've only made 600 grand this entire year, and almost half of that was like my 2 little ship routes. Which yeah, boats OP, but the boat infrastructure is expensive. And I am using a Norris here because it's cheaper. Um, yeah, this made me 100 grand, and then something I noticed playing Locomotion is that things feel a lot bigger. Yeah, no, I mean they do physically feel larger. And maps and Locomotion, they're small. I That was my biggest gripe with the game for probably ever, is that the maps are small. It's like the maps are too small, the towns get too big, and um, I don't know what would my other gripe be? Just that there's no good multiplayer, I guess. We've still got 2 months left. It's not exact with the length of the goals, but it should be about one a year. They should reset about every year. And that's going to finish out one goal, I think, which then should award me $84,000. Right? Please. It takes a bit, because I think they only check every day. Not the only 10-wheel that was involved in a wreck. Got a song named after it. Oh! Oh! I got paid! I got paid! Look at that. Other plus $83,450. Why is it? Oh, because there was a subtraction there. So it would have been 84,000 minus, it's minus whatever was there before. Um, all right, so what is our next thing going to be now that we have 100 grand available, which actually I'm just going to throw into the loan? Was Southern 1102. Any minute now, I'll get my new goal. It'll pop up at the bottom. I haven't missed any subsidies. Old 97. Oh, I think I have that song in my iTunes. One month remaining on these two that we're just straight up not doing. I mean, this one is worth nothing. It's legit worth nothing. And this is, yeah, this is impossible stuff. There we go. Of refined oils. Almost 1,000,000 gallons of refined oils to Granby ammonia plant. Some quality of life improvements for track laying. Yeah, the track laying system in Locomotion is, carried over from Roller Coaster Tycoon, which that system is fine for Roller Coaster Tycoon, but for Locomotion, it leaves a bit to be desired. Okay. We want refined oils. Now, there are 2 places to get lube oils, refined oils. Oh, there are multiple places, actually. There are like 5 places, apparently. Coal liquefaction plant, biorefinery, liquid terminal, and oil refinery. Now we're in the valley, so there should be industries galore. Yeah, Railroad Tycoon 3 is fantastic. Alice, you see the trains article about the MBTA cars factory? I did. I looked at that and I glanced at it briefly. I I don't exactly know what to think about that. It's just like, yeah, I'm not surprised, but also the product is still terrible. Like, it doesn't matter to me if you explain it, and yeah, I feel for the workers obviously, but like it's explaining why the things are broken, sort of. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't. That doesn't help at all. Like, yes, they sure are broken, and that if that's why they're broken, that's why they're broken. But that doesn't make them less broken. Biorefinery takes grain and produce. This is a coal liquefaction plant that takes coal, obviously. Um, where's the closest coal mine to here? Oh, this is the one we're using over by the horse market. There's also this one that we're using. The two closest coal mines are the ones that we decided to use, of course. That's slightly annoying. Um, G-class heaven, yeah. Um, then there's this, which is another coal liquefaction plant, and there is a coal mine over here, but this is in the middle of a field, which isn't great. And we need to get it over here, which this is on the water, and part of me would love to bring it from here, which 800,000 gallon or 80,000 gallons is not that one day off and return to find a wall had been installed in a car he was set waiting part requiring the wall to be removed. Yeah, I mean, get it together. I don't really know what else I can say. This actually, despite the fact that these industries are both on water, it may be best to run a train here. Because the alternative is trying to get a canal through here, which is going to cost, let's see, that's a cool 80 grand, and then probably another 100,000 at least. I mean, we've got, that's 25, so that's 100, and then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Yeah, so we're talking $200,000 for this, plus the cost of the boats and everything. It still might be less than the cost of a still might be less than the cost of a ship, or sorry, train, a railroad, train track. Oh, I could save 80 grand by having a little chicane in it. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's borrow all the money back. Put in 25K for that, 25K for that, and then canal. How much is this going to cost? 24,000. Okay, I can live with that. And that's another 16,000. I can live with that. But we're not going to be able to finish the canal. We are too short. And canals are expensive to maintain. So we need some money, and we need some money now. It's my money, and I need it now. This is another 20 grand, plus another 50 grand. Yeah. What if there was an army nowadays that used World War I tanks? They would probably be suffering. I know there were still some Shermans in service for a long time. Obviously, those are World War II, not World War One. But World War One tanks were not. I mean, they were great for their time, but man, they were a disaster. Looking back, we had a lot to learn. Yeah, yeah, I do. I need cash now, TJ. Where's my moneymaker? Oh, it's on the way back. Damn. How about you guys? How are you doing? Two passengers. Yeah, me and a 1.7 tank on 5.3 realistic. That's the right answer. That's the right response. Let's see. 106 tons of coal. I could I could maybe make this a little bit better too. New pyrite mine. That's out there. Back from store trip 2. That sucks. I can't tell you how many times I've had to run down to the store. Sometimes literally because we were in the middle of a recipe and we forgot X ingredient. Also, let's look at how much our canal infrastructure cost is, just on its own. Almost $1,000 a year, just for this little section. You know, don't mess around. It's expensive. Don't go building insane things with canals. One market basket is a better Latin American food product selection than another, even though they're only around the corner from one another. That's interesting. It's kind of It's kind of neat to look at like uh, demographics via supermarket booking. I usually try to check for everything before I start cooking because I've been burned by missing an ingredient or critical step. Yeah, no, that's totally the right thing to do, and Gloria and I have 100% been spoiled by the fact that we are, next door to the supermarket practically. Um, if we lived further from a market than this, we would be in a tight spot way more often. So, you know, thankfully we aren't. We get lucky. Luckily I didn't start cooking. Mm. You said this was a recipe that you saw in one of the shows that you edit? Because that's actually really neat that that's how you discovered it. This thing makes coal. This town grows every 881 days. Someday we'll finish the Panamania Canal. Oh, look at that. We've got it done. We've got a year done. It's been 2 hours. Um, we made 732. Actually, let's do this. We made a total of 600, or we lost 606,000. But our operating profit, 732 minus 422, was 310,000. It's from a fish restaurant in San Diego. Neat. So it's a fish dish. Fish dish. How did your chicken from last night turn out, by the way? And let's do our calculation for operating ratio. We had an operating ratio of 0.57. Oh, fish tacos. Oh, okay. Neat. Kind of just wung it. Is wung it the past tense? I'm not sure that's a thing. I thought it was winged. But if we're creating things here, that's perfectly fine. All right, no clue. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Um, winging it with chicken sounds like a dangerous. Yeah, winged it does sound kind of weird. Wung it, I don't know if it sounds better though. You chicken winged it. I had a bad time cooking with chicken on Saturday. Did it get undercooked? I'm always paranoid that chicken is undercooked. I don't know why. It just Like it's the thing that like I know this will f me up if it's cooked poorly, so I'm just always afraid of it. I can't wait to see it, Badger. If you're in the Discord, um, wing it in terms of spices, flavor. The cooking is always the same. Oh, okay. Different types of cooking is interesting. What happens is that I tried to debone chicken that was still mostly raw when I was supposed to poach it and then debone it. Oh, interesting. I'm just saying if you're in there, you can see that we can see the kit bash. I probably won't really check on it until who pinged me. Anarchy chess. He's sending me chess memes is a great development in my life. The kid comment was meant to happen when you put Kumco and Wapco together. I need to put the context there. I actually missed that joke. Just buy boneless chicken thighs. Wrist deep in raw chicken. That's a sentence. No, I want that boneless. They were bone in, but then you had to remove the bone. I wonder if is there like a functional difference between cooking something that's bone in versus cooking something that's boneless. I feel like it's just an extra step that you have to debone it later. Sounds like it just sounds like work. Like when I once had to like cube a pork shoulder, and that was a lot of freaking work. Oh, there's a bunch of flavor in bones. Gotcha. Ah, yeah, broth. Broth uses bones. Stock uses bones, right? That's funny because that's actually a thing in Pam's Harvest Craft, which is what it makes me think of. Are we gonna need another boat over here? How much do these guys make? I mean, this made 20,000 last year, which covers the cost of its purchase. Chicken and dumplings, nice. See, now I'm just wasting money on the infrastructure cost of that while I wait for other things to happen. Also, 24 days remaining. I wonder what these two are going to be replaced with. I'm not a big dumpling guy. I don't. I'm pretty lukewarm on dumplings in general. Well, 45 tons of fish and meat, huh? This I can. Nope. I was gonna say I have the money to make one of those. Sure don't. A loan interest is every month, it would seem. I've not made very much. I've made $5,000 off of trains, and I've spent 15,000 on their running cost, just because of timing. That 15,000 is one run of the long train here. It costs $15,000 for this guy to make it from one of the line to the other and back. It's kind of insane. Yeah, look at that. Minus $13,000 because all it did this year was drive from the starting station to here. Like chicken and dumplings is S tier food. I bet Gloria would agree with that. Spring rolls. You guys are making me hungry, damn. Supposed to make something with shrimp tonight. Probably like shrimp Alfredo pasta. Shrimp, something. Gloria knows what we're making. I don't. I'm not in charge of that. I'm no good. I can make banana bread sometimes. That's about it. Alright, we have 54,000. That's enough to finish the canal, anyway. And to build Philly cheesesteak spring rolls sound awesome. See, that's enough to build this. I'll build it on that side. It'll be cheaper. Mix the dough, drop the balls in the pot while it's simmering, leave for 15 minutes. Yeah, that sounds easy. Um, right, and I'll put that. Oh, right. Forgot. Docks expensive. Docks are expensive now. Everything's expensive. I should probably put a buoy in here for whatever we want to call this. We're gonna call this spring channel or dumpling channel. There we go. And we need a name for this piece of land that we'll route around. Actually, we'll just call it Princeton Point because it's named Princeton already, and I like alliteration. There we go. Yeah, Philly cheesesteak is good in any form. Genuinely. Oh, welcome to the light Discord server. Please read rules and indexes, I would say. I think. Right. Anyway, cheesesteak, Philly cheesesteak tacos. Nice. Yeah, I know you could do whatever you want with a Philly cheesesteak. I mean, it's just steak. It's basically just steak and cheese, which steak and cheese just on its own is great. Philly cheesesteak quesadilla sounds great. I think I've had something like that, or burrito. Philly cheesesteak calzone. I think Vasilio's has that. Yeah, it's steak and cheese. It can be in lots of forms. Um, all right, I am going to do something. No, I'm not going to do it yet. But I was going to move this to the strait because then we can have the ships maintaining Philly cheesesteak stromboli as they come through, and I'll use one for both. Ugh. I need more money. I need another delivery to happen. I keep getting to the end of this river and thinking it's the end of the valley, but the river comes all the way through here. It's just sparkling steak sandwich. Yeah, there you go. Um, for the record, I love that meme. You know, it's just sparkling whatever. Okay. Yeah, I want to move this from here to here. I can't just pick it up and move it. I would have to delete it and build a new one, but either way, I'm going to have to do it. If we want to get this thing underway, you know, I mean, we've got 11 months to get it underway, but chopped cheese, yeah. Which is a very, very silly name, but, you know. It's a lot of refined oils. I mean, this makes 83,000 gallons a month. So 950,000 divided by 83,000 means this is going to take about a year to complete. They actually chop the cheese. Well, who chops the cheese? Well, I cut the cheese. I suppose that's the joke, but, you know. Let's see. This town is now growing. It is receiving fish and meat. And then I'm going to leave this running after I after I log off in about 40 minutes, or 35 minutes, after I kill the stream, this is going to keep running, and we're going to come back to it tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. This is supposed to be vaguely a simulation of what I would be doing in multiplayer, but without any competition, because like I said at the beginning of the stream, the AI really can't handle these settings. It's not like it's not good at it, but they buy too many road vehicles and they gridlock them. And that's about it. That's all they do. They can figure it out. You know, a flat top with a steak under it. Ah. I had no idea. Man, do I want a steak and cheese. I need to put shaved steak on the list for next time I go to the stove. Why would you do this? Why this? Why not around? But yeah, this is a fantastic map. I mean, if this was multiplayer, we would be all over each other in here. There's so many industries in the valley, which makes sense. But, you know, out here, this terrain is just like F you. Damn municipalities and their statement bridges. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna put a name tag on this. This is the St. Francis Bridge. That's their statement bridge. You're damn right. I still don't have enough money to build the second dock. And I don't want to speed it up, too, because I don't want to be out of alignment with the, I don't want to be out of alignment with the, you know, with the server. Which I know the server is going to be a little bit slower than me, so, you know, I don't want to force myself even further out of alignment. Who asked FIU what happens when you build a statement bridge? Oof. Oof. True, though. Alright. Oh, man, another one? Oh, it's in the middle of effing nowhere, too. Fish and meat to this grocery store. That's going to be tough to figure out. Bauxite to this alumina refinery. Still get nervous around my professors from FIU. Wait, why? Am I missing something? What is this? Oh, it's an oil refinery. Of course it is. There's bauxite here. Oh, that's pitiful. 99 tons? That's it? That's garbage. I feel like they can't make architecture that'll stand up. Ugh. This is a construction... Wait, construction plant? Construction yard, it should be, I thought. So, this is kind of an issue because this is a long way to go. Because it's way out there. No, that was one of the mods. That's Axis. FIU is a precedent for crappy construction. Yeah, that's true. I do find cranking it amusing. To get a new whistle queued. Let's see. No. None of this stuff, I mean, making engineering supplies is way down the chain. Like, there's no way. I mean, I could get them from here, but boy, that's a long way to go. Either way, I think that's our only choice. I think that is the only thing we're going to be able to do, because we have to deliver engineering supplies. Otherwise, there's no way we're going to make money off this. And the only real place to get the engineering supplies is here. And there are so few wharfs. Do I know how to get a screenshot in trains? Actually, no, I don't. There's another bauxite mine here, which I guess we could just run a train from there instead. That is a long way to go. I think that's honestly farther than the other one, but it just happens to be in a straight line. Print screen does work. You can print screen and then Control V in the Discord chat, and that'll send a picture. That'll send the screenshot. Alright, well, we figured out the bauxite situation. Let's look at this. This needs fish and meat, which the easiest way to get that is from, like shoals. But if we have to get it from an abattoir, or however that's pronounced, there is not one in this area. Oh, there's this. That's not gonna happen. Like, it's not gonna happen. Where was it? Was it Pownal? No, it was Parham. Parham. This way. No, that's not gonna happen. Yeah.
I was sitting on my phone scrolling through TikTok for the fire, and she just came and she just plopped it down, took a picture of it, and she didn't recognize it. She didn't see me, and I was like, oh. But here's your package.
Thanks.
What did you order?
None yet. No, it's one of two things actually. A new fishing grounds, probably not in a helpful place. Oh, it's the suspenders for the. Yeah. Can you throw this in the trash can in the bedroom? Mm-hmm. Alright. Well, let's move this. Oops. Okay. Oh, now we have enough money. We have enough money to finish doing the thing. So, build waterways. Put a dock right here. And let's see. I think I'm gonna put it here. And this is gonna cost me a little bit of extra, but it'll be okay. We need refined oils, right? Refined oil, yes. You're gonna go here, and then here, and then here, and then here, 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 and back again. Actually, I'll use that as the waypoint. Full load any cargo, and go. And while we're here, I'm going to take this, and on the way back, instead of going via Makia Strait, you're going to go via this ship depot, and I'm going to delete this ship depot. I don't have enough money to get rid of it. Do these count as station tiles, or how do they count underneath infrastructure? I think they might count as station tiles. And so I have 42 now. I just need well, now I need 2,000 bucks. I need money. That guy's not moving. That guy's almost there. But this is overflowing, I bet. Yeah, it's really getting there. We could increase throughput on this whole system, and we probably should. Because that'll make us some more money. And then we need to focus on this thing. Where is it? Where's Lee? I've lost Lee. There it is. do the thing with the foot from here into the abattoir over here, and then back. We could also probably run passenger service between Stratford and Lee in the meantime. They're large enough towns. With a bus to Peru. No, that wouldn't work. Hmm. What are we doing? What are we gonna do? Oh, what the heck? Oh, that's the one that just showed up near Brunswick. It's right next to the channel. That's all right. I can get more fish and meat there. Also, look at these shoals out in the middle of nowhere, and a sandbank too. I forgot these were even a thing. There's two sandbanks. All right, I can delete it now. Oh, not that one. Oh, it counts as a canal. Oh wow. Okay, that's interesting. It counts as canal tiles. No wonder. Those are expensive then. Okay, well what's next? We've got 10 months for the refined oils, which those are going to be underway. Then we need to figure out this. This is our next task then. I don't have any money with which to do this. In fact, I doubt that I'm going to be able to do this within the next 30 minutes before I have to leave. Hmm. All right. We're going to go, let's see, do we want to wrap around the back here? Or this way and then jank over and then down? And then this way, so we have one bridge, and around this way, and around this, and another bridge. Oh, this is going to be a pain. I'm going to try to save money as much as I can with this, but it's not going to be easy. This guy's loading. Oh, he's got 6,000 gallons. There's only 17,000 gallons. How long did these guys take to make this run? We're talking 5 days, 9 days, that's 14, 18, 22 days. And that includes the time waiting. But still, 20 days or so. We're talking, this is going to take like a month at least round trip. So that means we need several of these. Oh, I gotta put it in the thing. ID. Blue oils. Where's the fake model railroading chat? That is in it's in the it's under fan rank. World champion, baby. All right. I can't even start on this. I'm gonna need at least 100 grand to try and build this railroad. And honestly, because we have, um, because we have all of these other things that are in the midst of being completed, and we have 9 months to do this. Oh, sorry, we have a year. Um, well, actually, we only have about 4 months because then I'm gonna leave. But we'll see. We'll see. Uh, it's under fan. You need to have fan rank to see fake model rarity. Um, yeah, I'm looking at these, and I don't think there's anything that I'm going to be able to upgrade particularly much between now and then. Uh, in fact, I think this is the one thing that I'm going to try to get moving better. Because if I don't do this, then oh yeah, this will just help me finish that sooner. You can post it in the foam pit. You can post your kit bash to the foam pit. That's your general chat until you get fan rank, or that's the everything chat. Um, yeah. So we've got two big railroads we want to build, which is between Stratford, Lee, and Grantham Abattoir. But I don't think that we'll be building that because I'm going to have to step off, and then these goals are going to expire while I'm not here. And when we come back tomorrow, we will have 8 new goals that are probably completely untouched. I don't think there's anything that I'm going to be able to start between now and then. And the industry setup, there will probably be some new industries between now and then that are going to they're going to affect the calculus of where I can get stuff and where I can't. Look at that. It's making money. Town not growing. Sucks to be Sunderland, I guess. I learned why town populations go down at the beginning of the game, though. When a town is generated, the buildings actually have more population than they should per building. So when the town goes and replaces a building, whatever it gets replaced with, even if it's the same kind of building, is going to have less people. It's going to have fewer people. So that results in it being in the town population going down, and then once they start growing, the population goes back up. But that is why it's not anything that you're doing as a player that makes the town population go down. It's just a quirk of the game when the towns generate. I still would like to hook in the limestone, but I don't really have a reason to spend the money on it. What's going on here? Why is it like that? Um, I appreciate someone like I see someone in the OpenTTD server effectively taking inspiration from me as to how to build a railroad, but man, that's a little bit much. All right, I can repay 20 grand, which is what I will do to make my loan less painful while I am not here. I'm afraid that they're going to wander off and go the long way or something. I see 1, 2, 3. Is that how many we have on this run? Yeah, we only have 3. Oh, there's 71 tons of fish and meat waiting. I could always speed this up also. If I had another 100 grand, or really more like 60 grand, I could bring in some farm supplies to Peru seafood. I might even be able to do that for cheaper with some trucks, but then I'd have to get a road over here, which we're probably talking station right here-ish, or up here, road down, over, bridge, and tie into Lubbock here. Now that would be pretty reasonable. I cannot underscore how cool of a map this is. I hope everyone's enjoying the other map. I don't actually have a way to pop on there now because I have this open on here, and this is using up my one copy of Transport Fever OpenTTD that I have on my thumb drive. So I'm never gonna see the server except for the screenshots. Oh well. Hopefully it. Oh boy. Bauxite is flowing. Yeah, this is just crazy. The amount of things I can do in like just this square alone, because we've got limestone, coal, quick lime here, slag grinding plant, which would be useful. I could actually be taking slag back the other way if I wanted to, as well as the coal from here. We've got an oil wells. We have a coal liquefaction plant also, a second lime kiln. We have an acid plant, which takes nitrogen, which comes from here. And then this also takes coke. It requires alumina. There's a cannery that makes food, which it also takes metal fabrications. We don't have a metal fabrication plant in this square. We've got the iron for the thing. Yes, baby? I love you too. Is the stove going good?
Can't tell. I think the way I put on there was drying. I'm not entirely sure.
Alright, well, I'll check in a second. I think I'm going to wrap this up here because, yeah, there's nothing I'm going to be able to do for the next little while. I might come on and do some little tweaks, but I probably will not be working in here until tomorrow sometime. You'll see another stream from me. So, yeah, these will be chronicled, but of course we'll still be doing under construction. I've still got a life also, but, well, allegedly. So I won't be here every day, but I will try to chronicle everything I do in this, and my attempts to not die. I think we're over the hump, though. We are making money, at least. You know, OpenTTD, once you have something, or any Tycoon game, once you have anything that makes money, no matter what you do, you can just leave it alone and you'll eventually have enough money for something else that makes money. You know, the goal was in part to slow down the early game, and I think I've definitely succeeded. But it's going to be challenging now, and it's going to be challenging later when we get the more expensive locomotives. Hopefully, I will be able to make them worthwhile. That is something that I'm worried about. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you maybe tomorrow, maybe later.